to fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This piece I've entitled The Caravan That Is In Fact an Invasion. Now, I know a lot of people out there who think this issue is an American problem, but I want you to consider this. The Trudeau-inspired invasion of the Canadian border with the US. Is it so far-fetched that once these unknown people are caught and released, is it too far-fetched to consider that once inside the borders of the United States safely and faced with a determined US administration hell-bent on removing them from the country at the earliest possibility, is it unrealistic that Canada could in fact face a second unexpected wave of unknown socialists? That Canada would be forced by Trudeau and Soros to take in, house, feed and provide welfare for these people. Now, Canada is a small country in population and could easily overwhelmed, and that, my friends, is the point. This is nothing more and nothing less than an invasion orchestrated from the left, both in the United States and elsewhere. We have to stand up and protect our borders. Or, and I pose this question, maybe it's time for us to flex our military muscles and invade those who wish to invade us. Here's a piece from Fox and Friends, October 22nd, with a view from a legal immigrant. See if you feel the same way after listening to her. You know, there is a common denominator to all this. Take a listen. Your thoughts.
Our next guest, who legally immigrated to America from Nicaragua, is calling this caravan a total invasion. She's calling it an act of war. Here to explain, Amapola Hansberger, founder of Legal Immigrants for America. Amapola, what do you mean act of war? I thought we were supposed to open up our arms and have compassion.
Well, the caravan is an invasion and an act of war, which is defined as an act of aggression by a country against another, which constitutes an immediate threat to peace. And I must add, an immediate threat to national security.
Now, you are a legal immigrant. You came from Nicaragua. How did you do it?
Yes, legally. Went to the embassy, filled out forms, submitted myself to the vetting process, and waited patiently for the embassy to approve my coming.
And these people
That's how people should do it.
And these people are not waiting for that. Why are they coming here, and who are they?
I believe that they are, we do not know, but they are a threat to our national security, because today war is not only countries that go to war. It is groups such as ISIS, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Taliban, and they have declared war openly against the United States. So with the open borders policies we've had, how many of them are in America? That's the question.
Right. And, you know, President Trump tweeted this out. The caravans are a disgrace to the Democratic Party. Change the immigration laws now. And, you know, you point out, too, the caravan organizers are a problem, and because they're coming from countries, in Honduras, for example, that is #1 in the world in homicides. El Salvador is
Yes.
#4. Guatemala is #5. So just on statistical purposes, just running the stats, sabermetrics, this doesn't look as though, you know, we're actually causing ourselves some security issues by allowing 5,000 to 7,000 people we don't know in. You also believe that 45,000 will be coming next.
Yes, I believe that the numbers increase every time they come in successfully. And at what point are we going to call the organizers are committing an act of war? Is it at 40,000 when they bring in 40,000 strangers?
I hear you. Lastly, what is the message inside Nicaragua? Why do they all of a sudden feel as though they can come here, or Honduras? Why is all of a sudden they feel like the floodgates are open? What happened?
I believe they're enticed by people that fund their caravan with money. They are instructed what to say, what to do, and they are also brainwashed into believing they belong in the United States of America and that they have rights to come in and ask for benefits.
Amapola Hansberger, thanks so much for sharing your legal immigration story.
Thank you very much.
You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab, and email. You can now find us on Spotify. Just go to the podcast section and type Canadian Politics with a Twist, and you'll find us. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.